Doctor Who show. We're talking about Doctor Who. This is a podcast, I guess, now too. And this is the fucking TARDIS show. It's T.A.R.D.I.S.
Two awesome radical dudes in space. Yeah.
That's a fucking acronym for you. How do you like that? How do you fucking like that shit? Well, there's more where that came from, because we're two guys talking about fucking Doctor Who shit. So the Doctor's a girl now. Yep. Let's get right into the meat of this sweeping social issue. The Doctor's a girl, and the show is still on, and it came back. The show's back. Thank fuck God. Doctor Who is back. We don't have to be depressed anymore.
Yes, I love me some Doctor Who, and the being a girl, being a woman, the first woman Doctor was a big deal, and everyone was going with having opinions and such.
Yeah, it was. When it was shocking when I first saw it. When I first saw the reveal, you know what I said? I said, "Whoa, man!"
That was a good one. I wasn't sure initially, because I didn't know who this actress was. I mean, I didn't know who, like, Matt Smith or anyone, or David Tennant was before either, so, like, I don't know why that was making that thing. I guess I'm a sexist. I guess I'm just one of those sexists out there. But, like, I wasn't sure about it, but I was, open-minded, because I like the BBC. They make good things, and, like, Doctor Who has been getting higher and higher production values. I watched the first episode, and it was good, and it was written good, and it was great.
Yeah. The actor, Jodie Whittaker, when I found out that she was getting the role, I researched and I tried to watch another show that she was on, and what I ended up watching was this show called Broadchurch. This detective show about David Tennant is a detective. This show was like basically a Doctor Who show, because Jodie Whittaker was the main character. Her son dies. A detective comes to, like, solve the crime. The detective is David Tennant. I think a dude who played the first Doctor in the recent Christmas special was in it. Fucking guy from Harry Potter.
Oh yeah,
he was in it. All the British actors ever. And the director of that show, or the showrunner, was also the new showrunner of Doctor Who going forward, Chris Chibnall. So, like, you really got a sense of not just the actor but the director also from that show. And just going into this episode, you can especially tell the change in showrunner, because immediately you get this sense that the entire show feels different. It feels like a different show. It has this tone to it that it didn't have before. A different tone. Not necessarily better or worse, but it seems kind of more serious and adult now.
It's more serious and adult, but, like, not in a way that's, like, DC, like, dark and, like, brooding and stupid. Like, it's just a bit more, There's more human moments, and more, like, quiet scenes and
more
thinking
like
scenes.
Taking it in. It's not like a bouncy, jaunty, like, Matt Smith debacle. Give me the fish fingers and custard, please.
Yeah, like, that was cool, and I like that, but, like, this is a different flavor. I mean, they had a funeral for one of the characters, and, like, they showed, like, a big speech at the funeral at the end. It was like, huh. Yeah. It didn't feel out of place for some reason.
And it feels like the show has cinematography now, because it opens on, like, this beautiful, like, scenic rolling hills at, like, sunset, while this guy is... This main character, one of the companions, he has this mental thing where he can't balance, or he doesn't have hand-eye coordination, so he's trying to learn how to ride a bike. He's, like, a 20-year-old kid. And just, the way it opens on this big field in the sun, it's like, what the hell? This show is pretty now.
Yeah,
so I mean, that was cool.
They've had pretty moments before, but, like, there's definitely, like, they're trying to wow us with, like, the big big chops, the directing chops, the sweeping camera movements and all that. So it's really cool. Nice looking.
It definitely felt like not just the Doctor, but the show itself has sort of regenerated, and it kind of feels like a whole new show. And I don't know if it's going to be better or worse, or if I'm going to like it more or less, or just the same in a different way. It's cool.
Doctor Who's always been a bit like, it's cool when it's really, it's really cool when it's cool, but it's always a bit cheesy, but that's fine if you can handle that. And if, like, it still felt a little bit cheesy when they were like like in a good way, when they were like arguing with the guy who had a face full of teeth, and they were saying, fuck you, you idiot, you suck, you're a cheater, and he's like, no, like things like that. Like, I hope it doesn't stop being cheesy. I hope it doesn't become like a very serious show, because Doctor Who is about like blasting aliens and doing wacky time stuff. And Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor, I liked how she was still kind of wacky. You could tell she was like, the Doctor still, and
she was kind of a goofball.
Yeah, she was a goofball, and she had the Northern accent, and I was like, oh, cool. Like I like that accent for some reason.
What was the city that they were in this episode?
Oh, I may have missed it.
I think this was it like Sheffield or something.
Oh yeah, Sheffield. Yeah, it's being English, I should know every single town and place in England off by heart, but I don't. I just know that they're all sort of northern.
It was kind of enlightening because ever since this show began, I, as an American who knows nothing about England, have always been hearing about like northern folk on this show. Like in the very first episode, Christopher Eccleston shows up, and one of the first things that Jackie or Rose says to him is, why does an alien sound like he's from the north? And there's always been like kind of jokes like that about northern England, and I've always been like, what's weird about northern England? And then I watched this episode, and for the first time I felt like I got it, and I'm like, oh, okay, the north is like the Boston of England. And then it all
kind
clicked.
of like it. Like if you've heard the Beatles say anything, they're from the north. Like technically, they're from Liverpool. Like there's lots of different accents above London, but like when you think of like a lot of Doctor Who has been London centric and with London accents, and like it is nice to have like maybe I don't know whether the show is going to be based further north or whether it's just going to have like companions from there, but it's nice to see different accents. Because there's a lot of good English accents that are really cool.
There was because like the main girl on this, or not the Doctor's the main girl, but the girl companion, like it seemed like she had a really thick accent that like I didn't quite understand. And at one point she was like a police lady, and she was talking about parking cars, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's how people from fucking Boston talk. I get it now. I know what the North is. She's a fucking Boston. So that was cool. Did you ever hear like the theory? I don't know if it's a theory or if it's kind of just a recognizable pattern, but that the Doctor sort of subconsciously, when he regenerates, takes on the accent of his companion. I don't know if it's a theory or if it's something I've noticed.
Oh,
but
like
David
after
Tennant
Amy
talks like Rose. And like
Matt Smith talks like who?
Oh yeah, Amy was Scottish, and Peter Capaldi was Scottish after that.
Well, what about Matt Smith? What did he talk like? Who is he being like? A Donna Noble? Is he like her? I think maybe. I guess.
I don't know. I have to think about that. I have to dwell on that theory, but I like it.
That is a cool theory, because then, yeah.
That makes me. That's a theory that kind of makes you feel warm inside. Like the companions aren't forgotten.
Oh yeah, that is very nice.
I always have this. I have this hope deep inside me that someday there's going to be an episode where we see Donna again.
Oh God. And she can't know. She can't hear. She'll explode.
Oh man. What a perfect woman.
All the characters from that era, that seasons of Doctor Who, with Donna and Old Man McCool guy.
Yeah, what was his name? He was great.
Donna's grandpa or something.
Wilfred. Wilfred Mott was his name.
God, I love Doctor Who. It's so good.
It's just the best. It's the best fucking most wholesome, most perfect show ever. We haven't even like gotten to talking about the episode yet, but that's how it makes me happy.
Yeah. So the episode itself starts with a thing. I think I missed like the first 5 minutes or so. So I saw the guy walking in the forest, and he touches a ring, and then there's a blue, and then he sees like, well, what the hell's this blue? And then stuff happens. There's a train that
I sort of didn't
shuts down.
Get what the issue was, or what anything that was happening was. I was more focused on just the Doctor. So I think a lot of it, I was like, yeah, fucking whatever. Colored light's a metal orb. Guy with fucking teeth in his face. Okay.
Yeah, it's like in terms of like technobabble, it was a bit, I can't remember much of like the specifics, but it was kind of cool that there was like a hunter, and he was just doing this for sport, like coming down, and he looked like a video game character. He looked like he was from Doom, and he was stomping around like, I gotta kill this specific guy, and that's my mission. And then I take his teeth and I go home, a champion. And that's an interesting type of alien.
Yeah, it's basically kind of Predator, but it works to have like a Predator type species in the Doctor Who universe. I thought it was kind of cool that like the Doctor seemed to have not heard of this species. Like, I like the idea that the universe is so horrifically, monstrously huge that there's guys even the Doctor doesn't know about, like whole species and whole civilizations being conquered by them. That was just a fun little, not even something they did on purpose, but something that I noticed, I guess. But I couldn't decide whether I liked the design of this guy or not with the teeth in the face.
His face was kind of, it reminded me of the Sycorax or whatever. Like when David Tennant was regenerating, like those guys, they just have the stuff on their face and they're just humanoids and they're scary with teeth. And they're sharp teeth.
I like the idea of like everyone we kill, we take a trophy from their bodies and put it on my body. But like, why did it have to be teeth? It looks icky and I don't like it. And he's an ugly man. And I think what it comes down to is when we inevitably see more of this species, what's going to determine if I like the design is if they all put teeth in their face or if they all like take different trophies. Because it would be cool if one guy showed up and like he had like a beard made of beards.
Ho, 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 ho.
That's all I keep thinking. I just have that image in my mind of a guy with many different little beard hairs forming one big multicolored beard.
The many beard is adorable, and I like that as well.
I hope that's the ultimate villain, the many bearded man.
But I was thinking of the funny things, like the guy with many penises.
Ho-ho! Flopping around like studs on a belt.
And here he comes, is like, hello, it's me, the ultimate man. And then Jodie Whittaker's like, fuck you. Kicks him in all of his dicks.
I'm the ultimate woman, so that means I'm better. And then she uppercuts him through the glass ceiling, and he flies off into the sun.
God, what the fuck was that promo? That was very funny. I laughed a lot.
I was glad that they didn't spend too much time going, thank God I'm a woman now.
Yeah.
They didn't really do that at all. They just kind of brushed it aside, which is the best thing they could do.
Yeah, she's just like, oh, I'm a woman now. Oh, all right. He said I haven't been a woman in a really long time, and
he said it's been a long time since I bought women's clothes.
Oh, okay. So like he hasn't been a woman, but he's worn women's clothes. He knows what to do.
He's definitely worn women's clothes.
Yeah, so like the whole thing with her being different is like, obviously the best thing to do is to not really mention it, because it's not, isn't supposed to be like, oh, one is better than the other, or one is different, and like, it's just still the Doctor. Like, it's the same guy. He's just got a boobies now.
Yeah. We're recording this, the second episode of this season has already been out, and I've seen it. And 2 episodes in, I can say that Jodie Whittaker as a Doctor is definitely not bad. It's just hard to determine so far if she's like really good in the role, because it's still too soon, it feels like. And she hasn't had like a moment to really basically go crazy. Because I feel like what always ends up ultimately selling you on the Doctor, whatever actor is playing him, it's that moment where, to me, it's the moment where the Doctor gets really mad or really like devastated and like loses his fucking mind. Yeah, because the Doctor's a very emotional character, and he doesn't always win. And that's one of the most special things about him, is that sometimes the Doctor just loses and people die, and like it just sucks. Like that episode Midnight, where like the monster on the shuttle was like killing people and stealing their voices, and at the end it just ends, and like he never finds out what the monster is, and all the people just died for nothing. That's like brilliant.
Yeah.
So it's important for the Doctor to have moments where he's either really angry and yelling at someone, or really devastated and like crying and screaming and losing his fucking mind. And my fear is that because it's a woman, they won't allow her to make mistakes and lose all the time.
Yeah.
Because all the other Doctors were very flawed. Like David Tennant is a fucking maniac. Like he's an arrogant madman for like half the episodes.
In my head is like that gif, or like that moment where like there's like I forget, it was like the sprinkler system was like raining down on him or something, and he's looking at all these people that he's just letting die, and it's like, this is the best way.
That's great. That's the best. And like you get to the Matt Smith's episodes, and he's always just like exploding and like wailing on the Dalek with a pipe in that one episode.
Yeah.
That's
Matt
great.
Smith felt a little more goofy overall. But yeah, he had his moments.
Yeah. I was thinking about him the other day, because like in my mind I forget about that whole era a lot. I remember like the Eccleston and the Tennant seasons, because that was when I was finding the show. And I remember the Capaldi seasons because they're more recent. And I kind of gloss over the Matt Smith whole era in my brain, but I was thinking about it the other day, and like thinking about some of the episodes where Matt Smith is just like yelling and crying at people, and it's like he like rocked the shit out of that role. He was really good in hindsight, better than I even remember, if that makes sense. I remember him being better than I remember.
I remember that one moment where like I think Amy Pond was like one of those weird like clones, and he was like saying, "I'm so sorry." Like he'd figured it out, and then she turned to goop.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, "Oh shit, she's not real. She was not real the whole time. The whole season she wasn't real." Oh, that was good.
That was cool. That was a great twist. That whole era, the Matt Smith era, was like completely insane and off the wall too. I liked it.
Yeah.
Fuck. Or like that episode where it's like the big sun monster who like feeds on sadness, and Smith gives this big great speech with this like this choir singing behind him about how old he is and how much pain he has, and he like makes the monster like choke on it basically. And it's just like that's what really sells the Doctor, is when that episode where he finally loses his shit on someone. And I hope that we get an episode like that with Jodie. I hope she's not always totally perfectly in control because she's a woman. I want to see her cry and scream and act like a fucking lunatic.
Yeah. I mean, I hadn't seen the second episode yet, but like from the first episode, it's clear that it's not going to be like girl power, like whoa, like it's not going to be stupid like that. They've written it in a way where it feels like a continuation of the story, the continuation of the character, and now with more darker themes like prevalent, like having like a character that we didn't really know that well, but like dying and having a funeral. It's just like in the first episode of the new season is like, you know, people are going to be talking about like, "Hey, you seen that funeral?
Yeah.
See that guy cry?" He was sad, and then there was just sort of like standing around being sad. She still doesn't have a TARDIS.
Yeah, this whole episode had no TARDIS, which was pretty unique and interesting.
And she had to build her sonic screwdriver. I think the thing that is going to be like it's just that the talk around the show is going to be the most annoying thing, because there's always going to be people who are like going to complain about, you know, the Doctor doing things too well, even though the Doctor has always had, you know, as like a history of pulling like solutions out of his ass to get out of a sticky situation. But like they yeah,
that's true. It'll be a Mary Sue when a woman does it.
Yeah, it'll be like a Mary Sue, and they're gonna complain. I'm like, I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't pay attention to any social media. I just know that it's always gonna be happening. I don't like that. I that's the thing that taints the show in my brain. I try to ignore it, Like, it just keeps seeping in, like, the fact that everyone's mad all the time about stuff.
Yeah, it gets me down. The world is a really sad place, full of sad people. Yeah, the worst thing that could happen is if she's, like, a really good actor and really good in the role, but she never gets, like, a really good episode or a really great scene to shine, and all anyone can ever talk about for her whole run is, isn't it better now that she's a woman? Or, isn't it worse now that she's a woman?
Yeah. God damn it.
Why don't you all just fucking kill yourselves? How about that?
Oh, we're part of the problem, though. We brought it up.
Oh,
we should have been like just brushing it under the rug. But that's also wrong. You can't brush it under the rug. People know what's going on.
It's no matter what you say, it's wrong. It's everything. You shouldn't talk about media at all. You should just take the art and never say a fucking thing. I think I can't decide if I just said a crazy thing or if I actually believe that. I might actually believe it.
No, it makes it holds up. But I like talking about Doctor Who, and I want to talk about the show.
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't. We certainly wouldn't just be doing this if we just wanted to talk about, oh my god, the casting and the politics behind the fucking...
Yeah, I think it's just important to bring it up, just so that nobody thinks we don't understand.
We're doing this because Doctor Who is the best show, and every aspect of it should be talked about forever.
Yes. And we're two awesome radical dudes in space, and we have authority to talk about it because of that reason.
Yeah. Maybe we're in a TARDIS, or we haven't really talked about it yet. We don't have a gimmick yet. Maybe I'm a Cyberman with a fucking Hawaiian shirt.
Oh, that's pretty cool. What could I be? Could we be like the Dalek Cyberman duo?
Yeah, you should be a Dalek.
And we're just like we got a weird looking spaceship, and we're like, we're Doctor Who fans. Like, we're fans of the Doctor. We see all his like escapades, and we're like, I got turned good through what he did.
Oh my god, we're so cool. Thank god that's what literally we are, and that is true in canon.
That's what's been on screen the whole time, is us being that, and only now do we realize.
It's a good thing that we're talking about our real lives as if we're figuring... Whoa! So...
Oh, maybe I could put like a voice modulator on my voice, but that would be really annoying.
Yeah, we can talk good like people.
Yeah, The Daleks just have shitty microphones. That's why.
Yeah,
that's why they sound like that.
Cyber dudes and tank buddies are people too. So, the episode itself, there's still so much to talk about. Like the fact that there was no TARDIS for the whole episode was unique, but also like the part where she has to make a new screwdriver. It was very Iron Man. That whole sequence. It reminded me of that movie.
Oh yeah,
making shit.
I don't know whether that is like the new design of the screwdriver or whether she's going to make a better one later, but I think it might be the new design. It looks kind of weird.
I don't want to harp on this. I didn't want to go here.
Oh no. What?
But is it just me? Or does the first female Doctor create for herself a sonic screwdriver that looks like a fucking vibrator?
I wasn't thinking of that.
It kind of looks like a vibrator to me.
What it reminded me of was like those weird, stupid gadgets in Spy Kids that are made of like curved plastic by the Crazy Man, the Floop Man.
Oh God.
I don't know why I thought of that, but it was like it's a weird like shape. But or a vibrator. I mean, whatever floats her boat.
Fuck.
Cut the whole part of that. I didn't mean to bring it up. I just thought it was strange looking.
Activate the fucking self-destruct. One episode.
Exterminate.
Anyways, okay. I'll talk about something that I'm actually not super positive about, and it's not specifically this episode, but it's a little trope of Doctor Who that's become the norm that I kind of don't like, and it annoys me. It's the trope of the first episode with the new Doctor, he's loopy, and, like, isn't himself yet, and doesn't know anything.
I get why they do that, but yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm used to it, because I haven't ever seen, like, the older Doctors.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the idea is that they probably, like, want the Doctor to discover himself as we're discovering himself, which makes sense, but he always comes back with autism for an episode. And, like, when they're announcing a new Doctor, you're excited to see it, and you kind of want to see what that Doctor is all about, and you don't even really ever get to see that until, like, the second episode.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how, like, is there a way that it worked differently in, like, old Who? Was he just, like, immediately the new guy?
Yeah, kind of. Like, I've seen the one where the fifth Doctor turns into the sixth Doctor, Colin Baker, and he just, like, he wakes up and he's this newer, uglier person, and, like, the first words out of his mouth are like, yeah, I'm here, quit your fucking bitching, I'm the Doctor and I'm a fucking jerk now, get used to it. And that's, like, his first episode. Like, he knew exactly who he was. He's like, okay, I'm Doctor number 6 now, and my thing is that I'm a fucking asshole. Cool. He didn't have to, like, discover it. He didn't have to, like, wander. He didn't wander around in his PJs for an hour first going, who am I? What's happening?
Oh, I need to lie down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that is kind of weird. I never really thought about it. But I guess it is kind of annoying that you don't really get a sense of who they actually are right away.
Yeah.
Because she was a bit of a loopy-loop.
Yeah, she's still a bit pastiche, I guess. She's not like her own Doctor yet.
And it sort of goes against, like, the idea of easing the viewers into the new character. Like, the new person playing the character is like, making them, like, more extreme than they would normally be, or, like, excessively strange.
Yeah. I liked the part where she describes regeneration as incredibly painful, where she's like, she was talking about it, like, oh yeah, I die and then I explode, and every cell of my body lights on fire and rearranges, and it's searing and agonizing, and I'm like, whoa, yeah, that's cool. How come none of them have ever mentioned that before? Like, I really like the idea that whole exploding and regenerating process is incredibly painful. It makes sense that it would be.
Yeah, I always got the feeling that it was painful with the way they contort their bodies, but they never really mention it. I mean, when David Tennant turned, like, maybe he was saying, I don't want to go, because it was like, ow. It's like going to the dentist, like, they were going to pull his teeth out. It's like, no, not again. Ah! Ouch!
Oh, man. He catches so much flack for that, but they just didn't know. It was like going to the dentist. Oh, no.
Yeah, so the Jodie Whittaker's doing stuff. I don't want to call her Jodie Whittaker, but for the moment I am.
Yeah.
It's just easier than saying the Doctor.
You can't call her 13, because I feel like they messed that up when they, like, shoehorned the John Hurt Doctor in the middle of them, because now none of the Doctors are actually what they are. Like, 10 is actually 11 now, because...
Oh yeah, 11... David is 12, Matt is 13, Capaldi is... Wait. Is Capaldi 14?
Capaldi is 12, but because of the John Hurt Doctor, he's technically 13. So, like, ever since then, I've never known what to call them.
Oh, yeah. It's like, the hours of the clock. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. And then that's as far as you can go. And then he does a super regeneration or something, and now he's restart the clock. And he starts off as an old man. Yeah, it was weird to me that the second, like the old Doctors, he looked really old at the beginning, and he got progressively younger as he got older as a character.
Yeah.
And now, you know, new cycle, he starts old again, and then turns into a woman, and she's not even an old woman. What the hell? What's going on?
She's not even a cranky old hag.
I would have been okay with a cranky old woman, a doctor with a rolling pin screwdriver.
Yeah.
But
like a really stern old nanny type.
Yeah, like a Maggie Smith or something. Like a fuck off.
Yeah.
But alas, it is a lass.
Ah! No!
Oh, I did it.
My Cyberman brain is exploding!
Yeah.
Oh, as she killed the teeth guy, she like put a bomb on him and said, you have to teleport away now. And then the other guy whose life he was threatening kicked him off the scaffolding and it fell. And then the doctor had a really weird line where she's like, you had no right to do that.
I think that's consistent. It's like it was like when the David Tennant was like, go away and we won't, Earth is protected, and then what's her face, Harriet Jones, MP for Flydale North, Prime Minister, said shoot them with a laser cannon.
Yeah,
and they shot the aliens. It's like
that did happen.
They were running away. They were leaving. You can't do that, you idiot.
It just feels like sometimes the Doctor is absurdly moralistic, given the situation. Like, how was that guy supposed to know? His life was in danger. He reacted. And yeah. Like, you just put a bomb on him anyways. Like, he doesn't know what you're planning. He just wants to get this murderer away from himself.
Yeah, I see that it's, like, not equatable. But, I get what they were going for with that line.
There was a similar moment in the next episode, which is why I'm a little bit worried that it's going to be like a running thing, unless they're self-aware and it becomes like a part of her arc or her character that she's moralistic or something. But in the second episode, there was a part where one of the companions, picks up a gun to like defend himself from these robots, and she's like, she goes on this long anti-gun rant, and it's like, okay, it's just shut up. Don't tell me that I don't have the right to defend my own life with a gun against robots just because you don't like guns. They're fucking robots. And also, by the way, you've used guns hundreds of times.
Yeah.
There's like a dozen episodes where the Doctor shoots somebody or something with a gun.
And do you remember that episode with, like, Christopher Eccleston with the Dalek, and he's going nuts with all the weapons? He's like, I've got a big bazooka, I've got to kill they've got to kill him with a big bazooka.
David Tennant had a fucking revolver in his last episode. He was running around like, I'm gonna shoot the Master with a bullet and kill him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that that's a new thing, because there's never been that many guns in Doctor Who. Like, they always have to solve their problems with a screwdriver and intelligence, and if a gun was lying around, that would be a much more obvious method of, saving the day. And when the military is around, their guns are useless against whatever is attacking, because, if bullets could solve the problem, then why are we even being smart here? Why are we even a smart Doctor? Why are we not just a gun Doctor? So, like, guns aren't really important to Doctor Who, but if they're in this series more just so that she can say no, then that might be bad. I don't really want her to go on long rants about it.
Even in general, I tend to get annoyed when characters have these, like, super hardline moralistic no-kill rules or no-gun rules, especially when the writing, like, weirdly conflates the two. Like, I get that the Doctor tries not to kill people, but he or she should not be afraid to kill people if he needs to, because he's done it before. And not wanting to kill people shouldn't mean, like, being against all guns forever. You might need a gun someday.
Yeah.
So be less stupid.
What is every time the Doctor, like, saves the day, not every time, but, like, a lot of the times, it involves, like, blowing people up by overriding some big generator, and it's like, you're killed, all of your armies are dead, and they're disabled, or something. They blew up this ship. The Doctor's killed so many people. Obviously, he doesn't like now I have to say, and I have to choose a he or a she. That's the biggest thing. The Doctor. I guess I should just say the Doctor every time. The Doctor, like, obviously feels bad about having killed people in the past, and is, like, has struggled with that, like, mentally, and we see that through, like, all the seasons. but it never stops being important, because in order to protect people, you have to use violence. At some point, you can't reason with the enemy, and that's like one of the biggest like consistent struggles that the Doctor has to face.
Yeah.
So that it'll have to come up.
And it's a little annoying when the Doctor moralizes to like a human being using a gun, because it's like, yeah, dude, you're a fucking super genius from space who knows everything and is too smart and doesn't need guns. But I'm an idiot. I'm a human. I'm a stupid fucking ape, and I'm scared, and I need a gun or I might die. So shove off, man.
Yeah.
Woman. Cunt.
Oh no.
Oh, sorry. I malfunctioned. My fucking... I forgot to hit my...
the subscriber count is dropping.
Oh, no. I forgot to set my swearing and sexism switch to off this morning.
I like those switches. I turn them on all the time.
I get turned on.
When I look at the Doctor, I get turned on all the time.
'Cause she has a cunt now.
Yes, as robots, we like that.
Help. It's weird. No.
Dude, imagine the fanfics now.
Oh, God. Go back in time to before we said any of this.
I mean, you can. You can. It's a YouTube video. You scrub back.
Whoa.
YouTube is time travel.
What the fuck is happening in my world? It's weird seeing the Doctor's legs. Cause she wears capri pants now.
Does she like?
She
Is
wears
there a
like
leg?
John Cena fucking jorts.
Oh yeah, she at the end of the episode she starts wearing a like, this is my outfit now. I'm like, oh, what?
Yeah, she's showing some fucking shin there.
That's
showing off some hot shin.
No, I just thought it was very like nondescript, like human style. Like, I don't mind it really. I haven't seen enough of it to have much of an opinion on it. I really should watch the second episode. I don't know whether we're gonna do another episode like when I've watched the second episode, or whether we're just gonna have like me being one behind every time.
Oh God.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Maybe next time we can talk about like 2 and 3, and that'll be that.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy, what a good fucking show. What a good thing. Oh, right, and the fucking lady dies at the end. Not the Doctor, but the lady. Not the lady Doctor, but the other lady. She fucking fell. It's 'cause the episode...
lady who likes insinuating sexual things about her husband, and it's like,
But her white husband, her hot Caucasian groom.
Hot Caucasian cock.
Oh, little Miss Muffet. Oh, sat on my dick.
Oh,
my metal vibrating Cyberman dick. Oh,
here's a sonic screw for you.
Oh.
This is far too packed with innuendo. This shouldn't have happened.
The episode... No, this is important. The episode was called The Woman Who Fell to Earth. And you think it's the Doctor. But the woman who fell to Earth is the companion mom who dies at the end and is very sad. And they go to a funeral. Oh, and then this last scene... Because this boy's arc is that he can't balance and he can't ride a bike and he gets frustrated at the beginning and gives up and he yells at his mom and he yells at his white dad and they say, don't be sad. And he goes, no, I'm sad. Blah. And then at the end of the episode, after she dies, it cuts to him again. You see him in that same field alone and he's not giving up. He's still trying to figure out how to ride a bike and still trying. And then off in the distance, you see that he's being watched by the Doctor, and she's not saying anything. She's just kind of watching. That was really cool. That gave me some Christopher Eccleston vibes, like back when the Doctor was like mysterious and like aloof and like apart from humanity, and it's like, who is this guy? And it played that fucking that woo,
yeah.
And it's like, whoa.
I like that. It shows like that guy. I mean, obviously he's gonna be important because he was introduced as a character, but like they gave us a reason to think that he might be a cool guy. Like, he doesn't give up. He's got drawbacks, mental whatever you call it, problems, and he just like he's got to keep going. He's a tough boy. He's a tough cookie.
Yeah, he's a tough cookie. What a good boy. Oh, and then they figure out every episode they say, I'm gonna get my fucking space. At the end of the episode, she says, gonna find the TARDIS, and they zap away to the TARDIS, but it's not there. That's the twist. And then they're out in space. Holy shit. Look
and then
out.
They die.
Oh no. The short-lived female Doctor.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that they ended, like, the first episode on that, because usually it's like, I'm the new Doctor, and now I'm finished regenerating, and I'm cool, and would you like to come with me in my TARDIS in an adventure? And then the girl is like, oh yeah, okay. And then they jump in. But this time it's like, she's still fucking around. She doesn't have the TARDIS, she crashed it, she bashed it, she doesn't know what she's doing. Like, shit, this is not a...
Women can't drive.
I thought that was really funny. Like the first thing when she regenerates is that she crashes the TARDIS. She can't drive so much. Instant. And I guess like the first arc of the show is gonna be her getting the TARDIS back.
Getting her driver's license.
Oh, just like SpongeBob.
Oh no.
She keeps trying to get the TARDIS to work, but she keeps crashing it, and she keeps getting stranded on places, and she's like, fuck. I don't have the TARDIS to get me out of this situation. I gotta deal with it.
And her new catchphrase is, oh, curse my inferior gender. That'll get the people talking.
That'll get the social media clicks. I think her actual, like, catchphrase was, oh, it's gonna be fine. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Did she say that?
I think she says it like a number of times in the first episode. Like, well, I'm not sure, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Whoa.
I was like, okay, is that the one? That's all right.
That's such a fun aspect of this show, is like slowly picking up all the new tics of each person every season.
Yeah, I like that more than just a single word, like Alonzi, like that was a bit goofy,
yeah.
And then Geronimo was like that. Nobody liked that one.
That one was forced. Did I ever tell you my David Tennant impression? My David Tennant as the Doctor impression? I figured it out one day. The perfect impression. This is what you do. You get like a long coat, obviously, and then you do the thing where you push your coat back to put your hands in your pockets, right? You go whoosh,
yeah.
Hands in your pockets, and you go, well, and that's it.
Yeah.
Well.
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 I mean, he's right in front of me.
He's Scrooge McDuck now.
I'm the Doctor. Well, the Doctor. Well, the Doctor. Well, the Doctor.
Well.
There's David Tennant. Well, David Tennant. David Tennant.
Cool.
Whoosh. The coat swoops back.
Yeah, the coat swoosh is vital.
Well, just put some hair gel in my hair. Well, a little bit more.
Well.
I love. This is gonna be a good show. This is gonna be a great TARDIS.
This show is fucking retardis. Oh no. I was programmed for talking about Doctor Who and making bad jokes and nothing else.
Same.
Well.
I can't even do an English accent. What am I?
Well, howdy, partner. It's me, the doctor. It's not even an accent. That's not... Well, we sure learned a lesson today. We sure learned
a valuable lesson of friendship.
And friendship and not non-sexism.
Yes.
In space.
Humans are just as bad as each other, regardless of anything between their legs. Beep boop, I'm a Dalek. I plunge you with my plunger, and then I shoot you with my egg whisk.
And I'm a Cyberman. I am half a man and half a cyber. But on the outside, I'm like all a cyber. And I'm going to turn you into a cyber, too.
Oh, no.
I'm a skeleton in here. Boo!
That's spooky. Hey, what if you drank cider? Would you be a cider man?
Holy shit. Who wants some of my fucking cyber cider? It comes out of my leaky fucking rusty cockpipe. It's a fucking beer tap.
Yeah!
Where a dong should be. Cool.
How do we end this episode? I don't know.
Fucking activate the fucking get the fuck out of here time.
And then we press the button to actually go.
Whoosh.
Goodbye.
We did it.